Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. It's a chilly one. Now, according to the car and the house, it's like 40, 41 degrees. According to Franz, it is like 33 or 35. 35 Fahrenheit, 2 degrees Celsius. Feel like 33, 1 degree Celsius. Brr. All right, we are definitely chilling off here. We don't have any frost this morning. Everything is still wet. Must have got more rain overnight. It did clear up for a bit. We were getting stars as I did the goodnight clip, which was one of very few clips yesterday. There was nothing really going on. So, like I said, we did banking, and then we watched the first Hocus Pocus, and then Casper. And then made dinner, which was basically salad with French fries. And watched second Hocus Pocus, and then called it a night. It was like 7:30. We're getting old. Well, she had been up since like 3 o'clock in the morning. This third shift is really messing her up. The older she gets, the more it's messing her up time-wise. That, with the dog scratching so bad, it has been a living nightmare with the dogs, because both Priya and Mateo are scratching and biting themselves, and there's no fleas. It must be we're hoping it's allergies. Don't really know, but could be this dryness in the fall air and stuff. So, trying to think of I worked till 6:30 to 2 today. Tomorrow I'm 6 to 1:30. I'd like to take a ride up. When we came back over from Ravensburg the other day, I could have jetted off and gone down through Mosquito Valley, which is the house we lived in when we moved to Pennsylvania from Connecticut. I think that ride would be really, really pretty. I'm trying to get the right speed for the iPhone for time lapse. Yesterday's was at 550%. It looked pretty decent. I might be able to lower it down to 500. Because if you use the time lapse app on these phones, you have no adjustment, and it is just blistering fast. Everything is, for some reason, it makes everything 30 seconds. So. And I don't want to try to use the Nightcap app for driving. I think that would just be too much. I could try it maybe one day just to see what it does. But even when I slowed it down for mowing, it was just like super fast. Maybe 5 instead of freaking, I don't know what I put it at, 10 when I did the mowing. It was, you couldn't even see me. I was a blur. So. And that thing has a tendency to not focus right. But anywho, so either today or tomorrow, maybe take a ride up that way. It's close by. There is that trail that I did a long time ago with the ruins, but the dogs are not allowed to go on that path. Stupid. So there's a couple places around here where dogs are not allowed to go. When Mike and I did the Montour Preserve, no dogs are allowed. So people were walking their cat. Well, never did get the drone out. Honestly, it's just, if it's not windy and it gets somewhat nice out today, I got to try to do that. I want to get that mountain, do a nice pan shot with the drone. I have not flown that thing in probably a month again. It was that one sunset that was just so gorgeous. Well, it's kind of eerie, actually. Everything was red. For a while there, it was all I did, and then it's like kind of put in the camera bag and out of sight, out of mind type of thing. At least I have one. But let's see what work brings today. Ooh, did they? Nope, the car's still there. I thought they towed it. They didn't. It's still pushed into the telephone pole. Alrighty, guys. I'll catch you after. 7.5 hour day. We do have people. We're borrowing an associate from the Montoursville store for to open. We have a cashier coming in at 9. I don't know what time somebody else comes in. I think the other ones don't come in until later. Yesterday I looked at the schedule and it looked like they had like 6 people. I don't know what that was all about. It seemed overkill. Wow, what a difference the sun makes when it comes out. It is like, car says 57, app is saying 55. It actually feels warm outside, and even the breeze feels just decent. Still cloudy, but the sun is right now hitting through, so I'm kind of on the fence. We're just going to take a ride with the dogs, but maybe we will go up to Waynes Township today, not knowing what tomorrow will bring. But good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, we're going to put some windows down. It's a little stuffy in here. Oh, that breeze feels nice. I was cold all day. Like, I went to stock meat and my hands were actually hurting. Normally that's not a thing, but... All right. We'll see what transpires when I get home and get little man. I've got a science down. I basically set my keys down as quiet as possible and creep upstairs and snag him out of bed, because if he doesn't hear me, I have a better chance of catching him. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I did not plan that almost 2-hour nap, and now the weather has turned to much gloomier, and with the sun not being out, it's not as nice outside. So it's 4 o'clock already, 4:15 actually. Temperature is the same, but I don't think the feel like temperature is. It feels much rawer out here than it did when I left work. But I just taking off my knee pads and stuff, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down 15 minutes. Yeah, didn't sleep real well last night, so it's I'm not surprised in a way. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, oh, my trees are losing their leaves down here. It does look pretty when I was out today. Unfortunately, with the sun down, the wind kind of died down. When Terry wakes up, maybe I'll grab the drone out and just do a quick little pan. But I know I keep saying it, and then I don't do it. Procrastination. I don't know. Kind of not in it right now. As much as I'm loving the season and stuff, there's a lot of things behind the scenes going on that are very mentally struggling. Yeah, things that I mention and then delete the clip or delete part of the clip because it just does not need to be on the internet. But just I don't know. It's my own doing. So, all right. Well, we got boom booms out of the way. Everybody went potty, so now we're just out for a walk. And it's like I said, it's just. It was nice when I left work if I would have just gotten going, but I was tired. Oh, yes, that one is changing very nicely. That's not a very long-lasting one either. And this one here, quite a bit of orange right now, but also quite a bit of bare. If I can get the thing to go back to 1X. I've noticed that the 2X has been a little crummy lately, honestly. I said there was one video that came up that 2X is my new favorite lens, and I'm not sure why. Personally, for me, 4X is a much more favorite lens. Well, you know, I'm really wondering what your eye focal length is, because that's not far from how I'm seeing. Granted, it's smaller on the screen. Right about there is probably accurate. 2x. Interesting. I mean, per refill, you got more vision. Anywho, mountain is starting to change. And those trees over, across from the vet, whoops, that's 8x. Those ones there are starting to change. I remember trying to get pictures of them, I think last year or the year before. But, a little bit of change. I did remember to get tissues today. Yay, go me. Had to get sugar, and so I get into work, and I as I'm getting to the office door, I hear the keypad being dinged. I'm like, there's nobody else here. The truck driver must be getting in. And when I went into the office, there was literally no timer going down. So I'm like, oh, well, he turned the alarms off. So I didn't bother touching the alarm, put my bag over in the break room, and then the alarms went off. I mean, it was... So I rushed back over, never punched the hell in, so at least I figured it out at break. The assistant manager had to put my punches in for me. You know what? This jackass isn't here today. I think we're going to walk through here, and I'm just going to pan the mountain from down here quick. A nice high spot. This is where I did some of the photography last year when... Oh, what was coming through? I forget, the international... Oh, no, that was it the Comet that we were trying to get pictures of? And I heard about here is where I stood and shot right through here. That was before I had the Lumalapse. Now I could... If I had a clear sky, I could sit down here and just let it film with nightcap. Alright, Mr. 8X, do your thing. Yeah, if there was a little bit of sun out, it might pop a little bit better. Trying to move slow and steady. See, this kind of be where the gimbal comes in handy, but honestly, at 8X, any movement, you have to creep. You have to go so slow. Come on, even to those trees yet? They're there. Get by them. And there should be another set of trees coming. There they are. All night last night, there was idiots racing up and down this road, and one... Now, granted, I have my window open this far. Now, my window faces that way. The road's that way. And it was so damn loud. All night long, these idiot kids are racing their cars up and down the road. And I don't know, I've never seen that jalopy that just went down through. It was freaking primer gray and red and it's like a piece of garbage. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's a lot of my problem right now is I did not sleep well last night at all. And then when I'm laying there, Finn finally comes. She doesn't come upstairs at night anymore. She hasn't been laying on my chest. She lays downstairs on the love seat type thing, the sofa couch. The sofa couch? The sofa bed. But anyway, my legs are just so pissed off. They're like jumping. I'm like, come on. I did nap. Now I'm kind of, I woke up, I'm a little bit groggy and just feel angry. Maybe I need to eat something good. You get a picture of him yesterday. I gotta find that one and edit him. Ooh, this is actually a good looking angle here. I can get a couple more of them in one shot. Called a video yesterday. A gentleman was talking about all the different types of camera rigs that are out for the 17 Pro and Pro Max and all that. Of course, he went over the only thing he didn't go out was the Telson grip, but the small rig, the newer Moment, Polar Pro, which I've had back in the day, the Kronos, which is, he went with the Kronos Eco Light. It does seem to have some pretty neat things. Which one was I looking at? One of them had a much smaller filter on it, in 58 millimeter instead of a lot of them do the 67 millimeter, and I don't understand why they're putting such a large filter on an iPhone. They're way overkilling it, and I keep going back and forth. I'm like, filter does not work on the native camera. You have to use third-party apps. Mike and I have discussed third-party apps. He is very much against them. He's a professional photographer, so I'm kind of leaning toward what he's saying. The only thing I'd like to put on it would be like a polarizer, but not circular. I don't want to have to sit there and adjust it. I want it to just be a pair of sunglasses. Just whatever, and do its thing. Some of these do have like a square slide-in lens, but I'm not. But then you're getting into it's proprietary, where you have to buy their brand of stuff, and they're price gouging. $70 a lens. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I mean, you adjust your Evo. I've learned that trick. You bring the Evo down a little bit and you can get better detail in the skies, depending what you're doing. Phone is going to adjust automatically if you do an ND filter with the native lens. Unless you're sitting there and you want to tinker with all these other settings like a big camera. But this system, even just the case with like a case that would hold lenses, the shift cam would work really nice with. This is what I'm rocking right now. And this is going to be direct live phone audio. I don't have anything else hooked up. But you got this nice grip that holds, and it protects the mics. Now, obviously, because I'm using that, I can't use a drive. So no, I'm not using ProRes RAW. I try to think of ways to do it, but you know, I've been going more toward the microphones now lately. So, but yeah, I mean, you got plenty of gap there. You could definitely, a lot of these have like a slide in over the lenses, and then you put it in. There's plenty of room there, even with the smaller phone. Oh, it has dropped down to 47 degrees now, and I've already said it more than once. My body's not going to handle the cold well this year. I literally took Mateo for half a lap and had to add one more layer to just take her out to go potty. I'm freezing. Losing a lot of weight. Lose a lot of insulation too. So, I ate pretty good tonight too, because I finished up my salad and French fries and I had some spaghetti on top of it. So I ate plenty, but yeah, like I said at work today, my hands were freezing at one point. It was so cold. Alright, getting Princess out for hers. I wasn't really planning on filming again, but I'm like, man, oh man, I definitely feel the change of life here. You know, as you're sitting in your grandparents' house and they have the heat at 80 and you're like a puddle on the floor. Well, 47, but losing 30-some pounds has definitely showed me that I don't have the insulation I used to have. Oh, and I did remember I got the little packs of tissues out and got them in each bag. I kind of regret getting the other bag for this leash that I got because it doesn't have the back pocket. There is a separator in like the main compartment, but that's also where I put the dookie bags, and I really don't want my tissue smelling like dog poop. I don't know. I might have to put them in there, or eventually, not right now, go back and get the other bag with the back zipper. But this way I can at least blow my nose. Got everything I need now, I think. So, alrighty guys, well, I'm gonna take her for a little walk, freeze my hands and everything off here, and I will see you guys in the morning. It'll be very, very early, because 6 to 1:30 tomorrow. Depending on what the day looks like, I am going to try like crazy to get us out here. We're either going to take the Mosquito Valley ride, it'll just be like a time lapse, or we will go up to Wayne's Township and do the trail up there. I really do want to do that again. There's a lot of places I want to go. It's just time and cost of driving and time. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the morning. Have a good night and stay safe.